Alright, I don't really know what I'm gonna call this video. Uh, but getting into people who might claim certain names and titles that they read about. What I'm saying, whether it's Kemet, what I'm saying, whatever Israel, what I'm saying, Israelites, what I'm saying, shit like that, or whatever philosophical what I'm saying, piece of information that's been presented to you through a book or something like that. You gotta be careful with clinging on to certain things, because see, it's what you gotta understand. The moment when you can actually see yourself in reality and things, characteristics, shit like that you actually play out in real life versus what it is that you're reading about or getting into as a new spiritual system or whatever like that, or as a new whatever you want to call it, theology, philosophical view, whatever. When you get into it, a lot of times y'all not able to actually point out physical traits of how you can actually of how you actually is a I guess a character or someone, not a character, but a what's that word? Someone who has someone who has something to do with whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, you someone who claiming to be this, but you can't actually point out physical evidence to support that. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful of that. So keep that in mind when we're getting into certain things, and then look at your actual real life, and then you know what I'm saying, that'll pretty much like this, that'll pretty much split, or I guess I want to use the word decipher, but you can see what's real and what's not, looking at your real life and looking at what it is that you getting into as a religion, or like I said, philosophical point of view or whatever, some type of intellect, some type of intellectual philosophical idea. So you gotta understand, this is something that's practiced on you to get you to do certain things, or to fight certain wars or certain battles that's not meant for you to fight. So it gets you into fight or flight mode, and that's not something that you have to fight about, because it's not even reality. This is your reality. It's not something that you for some reason everyone wants to claim something. They want to cling on to something, but a lot of us is not actually creating our circumstances and situations for the future, whether it would be the next life or whatever, or in the future, physical future, things like that, like in your current life you got now, that kind of future. So it's like you look at this concept and you want to cling on to it. I hate to say it, but it it can only come from you not being shit in some degree, some way, shape, or form. So you want to claim certain names and titles to look powerful, or to look whatever, to be a part of something and that's the shit that we might cling to don't be shit neither. You know what I'm saying? But so it's up to us to create some new shit that we can actually say, like, hey, this is our tree of life, or whatever, our roots. This is where, this is, you know what I'm saying, this is lineage and shit like that, and shit that we can actually say that we participated in, shit that we can actually say that represent us, that we can actually say that we built. You know what I'm saying? Instead of claiming to build the pyramids, or claiming to build the Eiffel Tower or some shit like that. You see what I'm saying? But they want you to fight, or they want you to react a certain way, because they know what it is. They know the psyche. They know how y'all think, and how y'all react, and how far out from yourself you are, if that makes sense, or how lost you are. Not to get controversial or nothing like that, or to sound like I'm attacking people, but yeah. Yeah, this is like you could say like a war tactic, so, or some type of intent, because these are concepts. Some of these concepts you see in the Bible, and getting into the Bible. Excuse me. First of all, a lot of this shit is not even real. And if you're reading about it in the Bible, the Bible is a mental book. It came from somebody's mind. You know what I'm saying? So these are not actually real events that actually took place. You gotta understand that. So you know what I'm saying? You gotta look at reality. But going back so long ago, these are things that people were observing. A lot of this is just observation and shit like that. And then so it's like this. You got people who pretty much drop their nuts. Shout out to Dolo the Pilot Man. And pretty much made like this world. They made this shit up for you. So it's just like a job or a title or something like that, some type of career, right? That's something given to you, right? Something created, something that was organized or whatever, constructed, presented as something that you can do to make a living. But when you do it, this now becomes your something that's representing you for the most part, because because you're doing it. So this shows pretty much shows who you are and what it is that you're into, because it's something that you're participating in as a whether it's a hobby or, you see what I'm saying? But it's like the NBA, like that's something that was created by someone, presented to you. But that's the point. it might look good, but it's not actually, it's not your creation. So keep that in mind. So anything outside of you that you know that y'all see what I'm saying? Like, this is real shit. Yeah, you just, these are things that you get like sucked into, and it it ties certain things. It gives you a certain feeling, or make you react a certain way, because it's like it's some kind of, it's like a weird, it's a weird mentality to have, like this word, like I don't really know what to call it, but it's, let's just call it like a war mind, or the whatever, like, I want to say, I ain't gonna say that, because then, like, I sound a certain way. I ain't trying to sound a certain way, but it's like that's the best way to say it, is like you I'm just gonna use it, the white man mind. Go, you know what I'm saying? I always wanted to, you know what I'm saying, fuck some shit up, or conquer, like, you know what I'm saying, go to war and shit like that. And in no way, shape, or form am I like this conscious like person, African, Pan-African, whatever, conscious, pro-black, nothing like that. But that, me saying that was just a allegory, or not necessarily, but just pretty much me saying, like, because, see, y'all gotta get into this. It's like it's like it's it was used to describe a certain mentality that's it's like a external, or aggressive gang type of mentality, or whatever, like that. Like, it's like aggressive, or all right, look at it like this. When you think about aggression, things dealing with war, things dealing with hostility, and things like that, domination. You see what I'm saying? Look at that as an external force, for the most part. Something. I know it might sound like dark or whatever, because it's supposedly supposed to be negative, and negative is not always positive. But you got to look at it as some things that are positive can be destructive, especially to when it comes to your well, in some cases, I was gonna say when it comes to your turn, but yeah, it could be destructive. You see what I'm saying? So I had to use that word. You know what I'm saying? Just some people walking by. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I had to use that to describe a certain this mentality. Like it's not something. It's definitely not something that's held within. It's something that's clearly expressed. So it has to. I had to describe it like that. As you should, that's another video. But yeah, keep that in mind when you're getting into certain. When you clinging on to certain things and get into fight or flight mode about a concept that you're not actually embodying or experiencing in your current life, in your real life. That's all I have to say. Real shit, Kareem.